Number 10. Chivalry 2. Watch out, there are arrows flying everywhere. Chivalry 2 puts you into a medieval knight's armor and throws you into battle. This is a first-person slasher, so you must choose from several weapons such as swords, axes, or maces, and bring the opposing team to its knees. But you should fight wisely because you can only choose from 3 attack patterns. As you find an enemy, this is going to be a sort of rock, paper, scissors. If you choose a bad technique, you'll be beaten up. By the way, there's no story mode, but it's a multiplayer game that simulates epic battles. While its main mode is a team war with up to 64 players, you can also play in a savage free-for-all where only one will survive. Kinda violent, but I love it! For the glory of Agatha! Number 9. Valheim. Your entrance ticket to Odin's Hall won't be free. No, sir! In Valheim, you're a dead Viking who can't go to Valhalla yet. First, you must show you're a brave, rough warrior. That's why the Valkyries have taken you to the 10th realm, where you should survive and combat fearsome mythological creatures. You start from scratch with no weapons, so you must collect different items to create your own story. Even though this is an open-world game, you have clear goals you must achieve while leveling up and defeating those terrible bosses who can be very annoying. But don't worry, because this is a multiplayer game, and you can team up with your friends to attack them as a group. If you're into Norse mythology and teamwork, grab your Viking axe and start fighting for your entrance to Valhalla. Number 8. Guilty Gear Strive. Do you like anime and violence? Well, I've got you the perfect game. Guilty Gear Strive. It has everything you want and much more. This is a 2D fighting game where the characters have a fabulous manga-style design. The graphics are so good, you'll believe this is a high-quality anime movie. Arc System did outdo itself when developing the last edition of the Guilty Gear saga. It features a story mode that I won't ruin for you, but I'll only say it's a great sequel to what this steampunk franchise has told us so far. You have up to 15 characters to choose from, but this amount will increase gradually with downloadable content. By the way, what I like the most about this fighting game is the combos you can use with your adversary in a corner and blow them away to the other setting. Number 7. Little Nightmares 2. If you're a sensitive person, maybe you should skip this number. Little Nightmares 2 is a highly transgressive psychological horror game. Don't let its simplicity fool you. It's a 3D adventure game, but full of disturbing symbols and mysteries that you'll have to work out by yourself. Now, keep in mind that the protagonists are only a couple of children. Plus, if you look at the design of the enemies and the scene, you won't take long to catch hidden messages. The world of Little Nightmares 2 is traumatic. Just to get started, you must rescue your partner who was kidnapped by a hunter who kept her locked in a room. And when you thought things couldn't get any darker, the only option for the children to get away from that evil person is murdering them. And that's just the cover letter for this game. Number 6. Psychonauts 2. Have you ever wanted to explore other people's thoughts? Well, Psychonauts 2 takes you on a psychedelic adventure where that's possible. You'll be able to get into the minds of other characters, and the levels will be none other than physical representations of their memories, experiences, and traumas. Playing Raz, an acrobat and psychic who's part of the Psychonauts organization. But something's wrong. His leader was kidnapped a while ago, and when he comes back, he behaves strangely. Added to that, they know there's a spy in the organization, so Raz will be forced to act quickly and figure out this mystery of mental hazes. Although it took 16 years for us to finally have the second installment of this saga, the creators went big. Look at those settings and the character designs. It's great! If you're into adventure games with an innovative touch, this one is a must. Number 5. Kena: Bridge of Spirits. If your heart is pursuing peace, you should play Kena: Bridge of Spirits. It's a single-player adventure with such immersive plot and settings that you'll feel like you're inside the story. The plot goes like this. You're Kena, a young spiritual guide who is drawn to an abandoned village with restless spirits. Since your task is to lead them to the afterlife, you come closer to see what's going on. But you're attacked by surprise. It's Toshi, an evil spirit that is revealed as the cause of the forest's corruption. Now, only you can help the spirits of the village get their peace back. This game is so good that if you're looking for an exciting adventure, you will have it. But as I told you earlier, if you're under stress or anxiety, I assure you that its plot with such a noble goal will make you feel better. But if it won't, you always have a spear to take all your rage out in spirits with a bad vibe. Number 4. Horizon Zero Dawn 31st Century. I know what you're thinking, everything looks too rustic and wild for being the future, but just look carefully. There are giant robotic beasts out there. In this dystopian era, humanity lives in tribes and all traces of civilization have gone. The only one who's able to understand what happened is Aloy, thanks to the fact that she found a device called Focus, where she can access parts of the history. That's how she finds out that a long time ago, humanity advanced so much that it created robots to monitor the world order. However, they stopped following orders. The last hope then was a system called Gaia. It was supposed to stop the machines and repopulate the Earth, but something went wrong. Although there are still people, they have no knowledge, and the Gaia system seems to have changed its mind and wants to erase them all to start from scratch. Great story, mind-blowing designs, in a nutshell, a terrific game. Number 3. Deathloop. How would you accomplish an impossible task? That's the question this game asks Colt, a detective who must murder 8 highly protected people within 24 hours. The good thing is, if you don't make it, you can start over and over again as you are stuck in a time loop that resets every 24 hours or when you die, whichever comes first. The innovative mechanics of this game allow you to explore the map, gather information, and test different plans. However, you'll start each day on a beach and your enemies will come back to life as if nothing had happened. Fortunately, you do have memories and keep some objects. Even so, finishing your 8 goals off isn't an easy task at all, especially because there's someone called Juliana Blake who will follow you all the time, and all she wants is to kill you and restart the time loop so that you can never complete your mission.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Number 2. Hitman 3. If you're a fan of stealth games, you can't miss out on Hitman 3, the closing of the most acclaimed assassin saga in the world. But be careful, because you start from where we left off in Hitman 2, with Agent 47 deserting his agency and allying himself with the mercenary Lucas Gray. So they'll be obviously chased to be killed, but they have a plan: get revenge on Providence, who is a sort of Illuminati in Hitman's world. It's gonna be a very difficult mission fraught with problems, but I won't tell you more. What I will tell you is that the story is beyond good. It's fantastic! And if that wasn't good enough, during the game you travel around the world. Dubai, England, Germany, China, Argentina, and Romania are the new locations of this installment, and their settings have clear cultural references from each country. This game is a masterpiece. If you get it, be ready for a gripping experience filled with tense situations and lots of action. What could beat a terrific game like Hitman 3? Well, there is a game, but I wouldn't say it's the game of your dreams. No, it's the game of your nightmares. Honorable mention. Before introducing the number 1, I have some honorable mentions. Disco Elysium: The Final Cut. This 2019 great title that surprised us with an edition with excellent additional content. Another release from 2021 that I can't fail to mention is Mass Effect Legendary Edition, that brings the 3 games of the saga remastered and with a beautiful new appearance. And finally, Nioh 2 Complete Edition. And yes, this is what you're thinking, all the content of Nioh 2 in one purchase. Number 1. Resident Evil Village. After the great success of Resident Evil 7, the franchise took up everything it did well and took it to its finest. Resident Evil 8, or Village, has it all. An interesting story, good character design, good settings, and a bunch of immersive capacity. The plot takes place 4 years after the previous game when Ethan thought that he'd finally have a normal life. But he didn't. He's involved in a terrifying adventure in the style of Resident Evil once again. When I told you the game is very immersive, I wasn't kidding, because it keeps you under tension the whole time with the feeling that something will jump on you at any moment. The graphics in this game are very realistic, making the experience even more terrifying because the enemies move so naturally they seem to be alive. How scary. Whether or not you like terror, you should play this game, no matter what.
Oh, be careful what you wish for.
Whoa, what an exceptional top 10. Now I'm gonna continue playing, to continue making videos. You want more content like this? Like the video, leave a comment, and share it. Alright, so where'd I leave off in Hitman?